How to lose belly fat in 1 week. Hi, Dr. Mike Diamonds, that's me. I just come back from holiday. I enjoyed it to the fullest. No diet, no training, and weighed in at almost 200 pounds.
I went on holiday and I enjoyed myself. No training, nothing. Well, we all start somewhere, right? New year, new me.
24.4 pounds later, weighing in at 173.6 pounds, I've lost a significant amount of weight. And if I'm honest, I've done this before by applying these same 4 simple science-based principles to lose fat. But you've probably noticed that certain areas of your body get leaner and faster than others. You've probably also noticed that some fat just refuses to go away no matter what you do. But why are these areas so stubborn?
There's a great research paper released by Kalitsky and colleagues which explains this very well. So you have the hormone catecholamine, which attaches the receptor of an adipose tissue to readily release free fatty acids into the bloodstream to be utilized as energy. Being in a caloric deficit long enough, you'll see yourself lose weight. However, not all fat tissue are the same. It all comes down to the receptors and the ratio of those receptors on that particular fat cell. You have alpha receptors which hinder lipolysis and beta receptors which promote it. As you can see, there's a higher ratio of beta receptors on this particular fat cell which readily allow the fatty acids to be released into the bloodstream and be utilized as energy. As you can see on this one, there's a higher ratio of alpha receptors which make this one more resistant. In this video, I'll be explaining a few strategies that I like to use that help.
But before we dive in, a lot of research and editing goes into making a video like this. Just do me one favor, if you wouldn't mind. Gently hit the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new. Let's kick it off. Step 1. The simple science dictates that weight loss and weight gain is known as your energy balance. Energy balance is the relationship between the energy you feed your body and the energy it utilizes. As you probably know, it's often measured in kilocalories. You can also look at it this way. Every day, your body stores fat when you eat and burns fat when it runs out of food energy. Visually, it looks something like this. The green area represents lipogenesis, the metabolic formation of fat, occurring in response to a meal. The blue area represents lipolysis, the breakdown of fats, occurring in response to fasting between meals and during sleep. Over a 24-hour period, these will be balanced, assuming you're not consuming more calories than you're expending. Or the blue portions will be larger, burning fat if you're in a caloric deficit. The second tip is fasting. Intermittent fasting or time-restricted feeding is when you're consuming all of the day's calories within a set time window, often between 4 to 8 hours in duration. Evidence has suggested that this is an approach can increase in satiety and reduce caloric intake. Personally, I fast for 16 hours and eat in an 8-hour window period. My first meal is at 2 p.m. and my last meal is at 10 p.m. and I fast until the next day. Basically, I skip breakfast, and this allows 2 benefits to losing stubborn fat. A popular 2007 research paper showed that oxidation rates of free fatty acids are roughly doubled after fasting. Your body's able to both mobilize and burn more fat during your workouts than when the insulin levels are elevated. It has also showed that abdominal subcutaneous blood flow is increased by 50% in the presence of unchanged glycerol conditions, indicating stimulated abdominal lipolysis. This meaning that all those catecholamines would travel more to your abdominal region and mobilize and burn more fat.
Attention. I got some things I want to mention. You listening?
Fact check, yeah. Back in your tape deck. Don't wreck. Head banging in the Tesla, that's breakneck. On the road, not pretty fat.
It's training fasted and fasted cardio for 2 reasons. The first one is that research has shown that lipolysis and fat oxidation is increased training in a fasted state. The second one is that research has also shown that there's an increase in blood flow in the abdominal region, allowing those catecholamines to tap into those highly resistant fat stores over time. This is something I've applied myself preparing for competition last year and this year. So you can go ahead if you want to and use this yourself. As an energy source, it's caffeine, either from the black coffee or a pre-workout that isn't going to spike my insulin. That being said, I know a lot of you guys have issues in terms of how to get started with your diet or training. I've left you a free training and diet program in the description. You're free to use it. All I ask, leave the video the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you at home for another tip. Tip number 3, sleep. Through pre-med and medical school, I got barely any sleep, and I was never able to achieve that physique. Without getting too deep in the science, all the recovery is done in your sleep. It's the dark horse of fat loss, and that's something that you're probably lacking. I'll recommend anywhere between 7 and 8 hours, at the bare minimum 6. But without further ado, let's go on to tip number 4.
Tip number 4 is supplements, but before I dive in, myself and my sponsors EHP Labs will be doing a giveaway in this video of a $100 voucher on the EHP Labs website. So all you need to do is like the video, subscribe, and comment down below what you think my lowest weigh-in will be before my show. At the moment, I'm 175 pounds, so you can comment as many times as you like what you think my lowest weigh-in will be and why do you think so. Now, after you've done that, I'll be very interested to see what you guys think my lowest weigh-in will be. Supplements, they're exactly that. They aid your fat loss journey. They're only going to help you, but they're not gonna do any work for you if you're not doing everything I've mentioned before. First of all, I like whey and love whey protein. This is probably, for me, at the top of my list. Why? Whey protein and having a higher protein ratio has shown benefits in terms of weight loss and retaining muscle mass. It helps with satiety, and as we know that protein has the highest thermic effect of food, which will help with the metabolism and burning those extra calories. I've also found having a whey protein in my diet to help with my hunger. Moving on, a source of caffeine has also been great. It's shown to be able to burn a few more calories and a great source of energy. At the most basic level, black coffee. However, I've been using a pre-workout which mainly contains caffeine amongst other things, RP Max, which I love. My performance in the gym has been exceptional, especially doing it fasted. There's zero sugar, zero fat, zero fillers in here, so this does keep me in a fasted state. The mango is my favorite flavor. However, if I don't want the jitters from the beta-alanine, I go for OxyShred. So I go between the two. Creatine, the most well-researched and unbiased supplement out there. It gives you a lot of energy, especially in strenuous activity, and will allow you to get a few more reps. And that's what we're looking for to be able to maintain muscle mass, to be able to achieve that look. Moving on is your yohimbine HCl. Now, research on this is still ongoing. It is derived from a natural tree from Africa called yohimb. Now, yohimbine, what the research says, is that it binds to the alpha receptors on those fat cells and allows the beta receptors to get to those catecholamines. Now, something that I do is what you have to do from that research is you need to be fasted using this or it will not be effective. But this is not well researched yet, but this is what I use and I'll leave it at that. But those are my supplement recommendations. This is exactly what I'm using for transparency. I'll leave it here. Again, comment down below what your weight will be or what my weight will be. And I'm very interested to see it. See you guys in the next video.